Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of season 2 Live Laugh Lily Kincade, or Live Laugh Lily Kincade season 2. Y'all, I'm happy to be back. I feel like there's a lot I'm learning and I don't know, I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to chat with y'all. If this is your first episode and you randomly stumble across this video or this podcast, this audio, if you're listening on Spotify, hello. I'm so happy that you're here. I believe that we find everything and everything comes into our life just when we need it, like at just the right moment. And so just know you're meant to see this, and I'm happy that you're here. Today's episode is, we're just going to be talking about what I've been dealing with, and the title of the episode is Be Prepared When You Pray. Be prepared when you pray. It's also like be prepared to receive when you ask for something would be an alternate title, because let me just tell you, it's been a week. I love doing these. I record these podcasts in real time. So I'm recording this right now. It's Sunday night. It's like 10 p.m. I'm about to go to bed. And yeah, I like doing these in real time because I love expressing my emotions in music, but it often takes a long time, you know, from the creation of like writing a song to releasing it. And so, you know, I still go through things, but I love this because it's kind of my like creative outlet where we can just talk about what we're going through together, and I get to share and rant, and just like, this is my fun, safe space of the internet where I just feel so grateful because we get to talk about things in real time together, because I believe that we are all here to learn from each other. Life is not meant to be done alone. And at the end of the day, it's like all of these things are amazing. Achievements are amazing. But at the end of the day, it's like we are here just to love and to grow and to become better and to leave the world better than we found it. But anyways, it's been a week, y'all. It's been a week. I'm back in Nashville. If you're like, Lily, what happened to your normal piano behind you? I've been recording at least the last episodes of season 1 and the first episode of season 2 yesterday. Or not yesterday, you guys. That's how long my week has been. Last week's episode with my piano in California, but I'm in my apartment in Nashville. I'm working with Kyle and my producer here, and we are working on my album. I've been documenting. Y'all know that I've been documenting, but I need to like really, really, really start documenting because it's a journey. And I feel like, I don't know, there's something special in the documentation of it all, especially doing everything on our own. It's literally just me. Every day I just wake up and I'm like, okay, God, what do you want me to do today? What song do you want me to release? Because that's the truth, y'all. That is the truth. Anyways, if you haven't, or if you also too, okay, last week's episode, I'm doing a giveaway with my book. My book's in the kitchen table because I was reading it earlier, but I wrote a book and I'm giving away a signed copy that I'm going to like personally sign and write you guys a message and mail to one person who comments on my YouTube video and one person who comments on Spotify. So I'm going to leave it up for one more week, just in case some of y'all, I know everyone's been traveling or getting ready for school or work, new seasons. So just in case you haven't gone and listened to that episode and commented your favorite part, do that if you're within the US. So that way I'm going to like put the comments in a generator because I would love to send a copy. And if you still want one, you can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Kindle. You can get it everywhere. I hope you love it. Also too, sorry, we're just like getting announcements off at the beginning of this podcast before we dive in and I share with you what's been going on this week. You Guys Got Old is out in 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks, and I'm starting to kind of freak out slightly. I'm freaking out a little bit. I need to be on with it. Honestly, I've kind of slacked off. I've been lazy and I've slacked off on my promotion, on trying to, you know, post about it, share it, and I'm gonna get better at that. After this podcast, I'm about to go on a little indoor treadmill hot girl walk, and I'm gonna do it because you just have to, you know, you got to keep going, even when you don't see it, even when you aren't seeing results. If you know you're made to do something, you got to keep going because those results will come. We walk by faith, not by sight. Anyways, we got our announcements off, but okay, pre-save it. The link is below. Same with like my book and all my other links and my PO address if you want to write me a letter so we can be pen pals. Anyways, I just needed to get all the announcements off before we just talk about my week and today's topic. So today's topic, be prepared when you pray. Be prepared when you pray. This is kind of also too, like, when you're manifesting your goals, be prepared for what it takes to achieve those goals. Because let me just tell you, you're not going to just get that thing. You're not just going to get that quality. Oh, I want to be confident. You're going to be put in situations where you have no choice but like to be confident, or like situations that make you feel so insecure that you have like to go full 180 and feel confident. It's crazy. And it's rationally, it's like, I think we know this, but oftentimes, let me just tell you, you forget until you have a situation where you're like, oh my goodness. So, okay. Before I tell you my story about the week, we have a quote. So every Live Laugh Lilykincade episode, we have a little quote, and this one's a short one, but I think it just perfectly sums up what we're talking about. And it is from Denzel Washington, and it says, "You pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud too. That's a part of it. Period." Another one said, there's another one too. So that one, when you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud. That's part of it. And one of them is, if you pray for rain, be prepared for some. If you pray for rain, carry an umbrella. Period. Be prepared when you pray. So let me break it down for y'all. So this week I was dealing with a lot of car issues, and car issues can be very stressful. Not only is it just frustrating because then you can't get anywhere, or like when you have work or plans that you've made, it's very frustrating. It's also scary. There's a part of like fear of it, because it's like, cars are very dangerous. Like cars, you're driving it could stop in the middle of the road. You could get in an accident. Like, it's very scary. It's very frustrating. Like, I don't deal with car stuff. I get sometimes intimidated talking to car people. I don't know. I've never had to deal with car stuff. It's just very stressful. It's also scary. I also don't know much about cars. I do know a little bit more now, but this week my car battery died 3 times, which is funny because I was praying for patience. I'm like, okay, I've been in the season of patience, and I'm like, God, just give me so much patience to deal with this next season of my life. And he gave me patience. He gave me 3 days of dealing with my car battery breaking down. And it was very frustrating. It was very frustrating because I was physically stuck. God was like, nope, you're not going anywhere. You want patience? I will make sure, because that's the thing. It's like, whenever you pray for something, how do you assume that you're going to get it without not the bad parts of it, but how do you think you're going to just get it? If you are praying like, you know what? Or like if you set a goal that's like, okay, I want to be in like the best shape of my life. You're going to have there's going to be like sacrifices that come with that. You're going to be like, oh, I'm really craving that, but I don't want to eat that because I know it's going to make me feel bad. Oh, I'm going to have to like say no to that thing because I have to wake up early to work out, to go to the gym. If you pray for, I want really good friends, you're gonna have to put in the work, and you're gonna have to get, maybe sometimes sometimes this has happened to me before, when I've prayed for really good friends, oftentimes right after praying for really good friends, I'll have like a betrayal or some sort of like something really bad, because it's like God is clearing out the way, and it's hard dealing with that. But if you want to have those good friends, you have to have that out of your life. It's like, if you want to be in a relationship, sometimes like you're gonna have to get your heart broken for you to realize the type of person that you actually want to be with. Like, if you're wasting time in a situationship, please get out now. Or you know what? Sometimes you just gotta. I had to go through it. Sometimes you gotta go through it. But I'm telling you, sometimes you gotta go through it to know what you don't want. Oftentimes that helps for me. But yeah, this week I was dealing with so many car problems. My car broke down multiple times, and it was weird too, because it broke down, the battery was restarted, it was seeming to be fine. My friend and I were driving around, which is what is scary, the scary part. My friend and I were driving around, and it seemed to be fine, and then I went to dance class, and then the battery died really late at night. I was very scared, but I was like, you know what, God has me here for a reason. Got home safe, but then the battery died the next morning. Ended up having to go to the car place, and they ended up replacing the battery for free, which is good. But it was just, and now I have an even safer battery, and I feel very safe because, thank goodness nothing bad happened. My car didn't break down when I was driving, which is good, but it's still very like scary, and you're stuck. And I had to learn a lot of patience, but I was put in a situation that forced me to have the patience. And sometimes it's like, if you pray, if you are like, I want to be brave in this next season of my life, like, you're going to be put in situations that scare you so that you have the opportunity to get that bravery. If you pray for, I want I want to be inspired. You're going to have situations that make you feel a lot. Trust me, every time I'm like, I have no inspiration, I don't know what to write about, I have a situation that just inspires a lot. And it's not always good, but the inspiration is there. The creativity is there. And yes, we all deep down know this. We know that like, if we pray for, like if you ask for, I really want to be bold. I want to be like so confident. I want to wear things that make me feel like confident. I want to not be hiding myself. Like if you want to dress up and do your makeup, you do your makeup instead of feeling small and hiding it. You're going to be put in a situation where like, people are going to stare at you. You're going to be wearing your outfit that makes you feel so confident, and people are going to be like, wait, oh my gosh, you're wearing that was me for a while. I remember I was like, I want to be bold. I want to start like dressing up and like feeling my best. I used to always like dress up, and then I felt like during the pandemic and just, I kind of stopped wearing makeup. I love heels. I love dresses. Like I love dressing up, but I was like, oh no, I don't want to make people feel weird. But I was like, you know what? No, I want to start wearing heels. I want to start looking good. And it was like uncomfortable at first because people would kind of look at me, or like, I felt like out of place. But you know what? It was in that I became bold, because I was like, you know what? I love this, and I'm going to wear glitter eyeshadow. I'm going to wear sparkly things. I'm going to wear things that I love. And like, even if it's uncomfortable because I'm the only person wearing heels, it makes me feel good. And then hopefully it will inspire somebody else to, be their true authentic self. And so just know that you have to, it's like if you want the rainbow, you got to deal with the rain. There's not just going to be a rainbow out of nowhere. Same with flowers. It's not just going to be a flower. It's a seed, but then it has to go through the dirt, and it has to be dirty, and it has to like have time, and it has to grow, and then it's a beautiful flower. But that's the thing. It's like, I don't know. It can be difficult to see not difficult, but it's just, I'm just here to remind you that like things are supposed to take time. Things are supposed to take time, and for every action, I'm pretty sure this is a Hamilton lyric. For every action, there's an equal opposite reaction, if that makes sense. Like, if you want patience, you're going to be put in a situation that has you deal with patience. If you want to be a better person, if you're like, oh, I want to be more loyal, you're going to be put in a situation where your loyalty is tested to see if you're able to grow that loyalty. I guess like fruits of the spirits, or like character traits. If you're like, I want to be more giving, you're going to be put in situations where like people are asking you for things. And if you are like, I want to be a more giving person, you're going to have to like, you have to have the opportunity to express those things. You have to have the opportunity to learn. If you're like, I want really good friends, you're going to be put in situations where like, maybe it's, it's uncomfortable for you. Maybe you're gonna have to sacrifice things. Maybe, you're gonna get less sleep, but your friend really needs you. And so you're given a situation to use those things. Every day I wake up and I'm like, okay, how can I be of service today? How can I be of service today, even when it's inconvenient to me? Because I will tell you, I go through phases where it can be super easy to like stay in your own bubble and not break out of the mold and not grow. But you only grow, and you are only gonna get to your full potential when you get out of your comfort zone. And so I'm just telling you this, like, if you are somebody who is like, I've learned everything I can in this season of my life, and I'm ready to go to the next season, it's going to be uncomfortable. And that's just something I've been reminding myself, because it can be very easy to not like stay where you are, but it can be very easy. You get, comfortability is safe. It's nice, but at a certain point, it's also like, you're not growing, and you can do more. And like, I believe you can do more, and you believe you can do more. All of this to say, this was just a long tangent, basically, of being like, be prepared when you pray for things, or when you're going after a goal, be prepared to do the work. If you want to get straight A's this school year, be prepared to have to say no to things because you need to stay home and study. Be prepared to stay extra after school, or go to school early to meet with your teacher or your advisor and to get help with things. Be prepared to, do the extra credit. Be prepared, because I'm telling you, you will get these things. But be prepared for the work that comes with them. I mean, it's so easy for us to see like people online or social media and be like, oh, I want their life looks so good, but it's like, you have no idea. You're only seeing what they decide to share. And for everything, there's always like it's not a negative, but it's more of like, everything's about perspective, and there's work that comes with everything. And like, just prepare yourself, because like asking you will receive, but be prepared for when you receive, because that is how you are able to that's how you're able to actually benefit from the situations that you're in life. And not like benefit, like, oh, I'm just out for myself, but benefit in a sense of like, that's how you're able to learn, you know? Like for me, it's like, I've been in many situations. I've had car things before, nothing like this consistently for a week where I was like, okay, something's different here. But where, you know, I've had this temporary patience, but I wasn't prepared. This time when I'm praying for patience, I was more prepared. I was more calm in these circumstances. I was able to, you know, not freak out. I was able to be calm because I had worked on this, and over the years I've been growing my patience. And so that's just kind of what I've been dealing with this week. I don't know, what have you guys been up to? I've been like, I feel like my podcast season 1 was a lot more structured, and maybe this one will end up being more structured too, but I've just kind of missed just talking to you guys. I used to make a ton of vlogs, but then I started doing the podcast. I should bring back the vlogs. I just sometimes feel like all I do is just work on music all day and go crazy, and that my life isn't that interesting. But you know what? That's just me being insecure. That's me being like, oh, people are going to judge me if they just see that oftentimes I'm by myself. I spend a lot of time by myself. and like, that's just me being insecure. That's not the truth though, you know? So maybe I'll bring them back. Y'all let me know, because I'll just, you know, I'm here for you. I'm here to like hopefully inspire you. And if maybe, you know what? Maybe I'm here to be, you're also working on your goals and you also spend a lot of time alone. Look, we can be alone together. I didn't even think about that until just now. But yeah, just know that there's people out here cheering you on. There is people that you probably haven't even thought of them in a while who believe in you. So that's why I always think too, that if you see something good, or like if you, as little as like a compliment, if you like somebody's outfit, if you like their hair, tell them. Why do we hide back our feelings? This is a whole nother topic, but like, I believe that vulnerability, okay, I'll talk about this maybe next week, how I've recently like really I've always known that I'm somebody who's able to process emotions in a very special way, in a sense of like, I can take feelings that I can't even really, like, it's hard for me to put into words, but I can somehow put them into a song that's able to be processed. But aside from that, I've started in my personal life, like, just realizing that vulnerability is one of my superpowers, like my ability to be vulnerable. And especially for me, as somebody who used to keep all my feelings inside and used to repress all my feelings, like, I've really leaned into just being vulnerable, because you know what? I think it's a beautiful gift, and we need more realness. We need more emotions. We're all human. We all are going through the same things. Like, that's what I mean. Like, we're here for each other to help each other grow. Anyways, this was just a long rant, but I like this kind of like just style of getting to just talk to you guys, because I love you. If I had 2 hands, I would do a full heart. I guess I can kind of do it right here, but yeah, be prepared when you pray. And when you're making goals, when you're working towards things, be prepared. That's what I'm telling you, is like, you'll get it, but you have to have that mindset of like, it's going to happen. You want patience, you're going to be put in a situation that needs patience. You want to get straight A's, you're going to be put in a situation where, like, you know, you're going to have to study a lot, but you're going to get straight A's. Or you're going to be in a situation where maybe like, oh, you failed a test and it's your wake-up call. Like, that's what I'm telling you. It's like, be prepared to do the work, and you'll achieve whatever it is you want. And like, I'm realizing that now. I'm like, I've gained a lot more patience now, and especially patience with music and everything. Like, everything takes a really long time, but you learn as you grow. You learn things, and it's like, I feel so crazy. Like, it's so crazy. Isn't it crazy just how you grow as a person? Now I'm just having like an existential crisis. Not an existential crisis, but just like, I think about that. I even think about like, I was feeling like, not gonna lie, I was feeling a little lonely tonight. Even though I went and saw a really good movie with my friend, and I came home and I was just feeling sad. I don't know. I was just feeling sad, just feeling emotional, just the Pisces in me. And it's just like, sometimes it's like, you know, I could have just avoided it. I could have, you know, just tried to outrun my feelings, but I've gotten to this point now where I'm like, it's not worth it anymore. It's not worth it anymore. Like, lean into it, journal. Like, you have to learn coping mechanisms that are healthy, because there's no escaping them. Life doesn't get easier, but you get better at handling life. That's like something big that I've learned. Like, you know, there's going to be more situations that test my patience, and they're going to be just as bad, but I'm going to be a more patient person, so I'm able to handle them better. If that makes sense. Like, you get more responsible with things. Like, even me, I'm like, I know there's going to be opportunities with music, or there's going to be things, but I'm going to be more able to handle them. I don't know if that made sense, but that's kind of my status. I'm excited for this week though, because I am recording the next 3 songs that are going to come out. My album's coming out in 2025. So I'm very excited about that. I'm releasing it independently, which is fun because I get to bring you guys in on the process. I am going to start documenting the journey. I'm a little scared, but I'm excited. Maybe I'll make a little like movie. I'm going to start doing it. I'm nervous. Maybe because it's like now it's real to me. Like now I'm like, oh my God, it's real. Like it's been such a big concept in my head for a long time that it hasn't felt real. Like it's felt real, but not real. And I don't know, but I do feel ready. I feel like, this is going to sound weird, but I feel honored. I feel like lucky that God has given me this purpose. And this is something I used to never really talk about, but like I didn't grow up like I didn't grow up having like my own relationship to God. And I'm like, God will find you at the right time. So I never want to put pressure on people, but like it is something where like once you feel that love from God and once you see it in your life, it's something you can't ignore. Like I could tell you countless stories that happened to me, that happened to my friends, where you're like, there's no way that's not God. And even if you don't call him God yet, even the universe is like, it's the same thing. You see those little signs, you see those little coincidences. Oh, this is, things that you're like, this is too random. The world is too big for these little things to just be little, Anyways, okay, that's it for today's rant. I'm gonna go work on prepping this week for the album because I'm recording and I'm really excited. I'm nervous for God Old is coming out in 2 weeks. Pre-save it, order my book, DM me, all my links are below. I love y'all. And also please let me know what we want to discuss, what's been going on in your lives. I want this to be like a little conversation. It's me answering all the DMs. It's me responding to all the comments. So I want to chat with y'all. Send this to a friend if it helped you, or if you think they would like to hear it. Like I said, we got to reach out to people we love. We got to remind them that they're not alone, because you guys remind me that I'm not alone, and I hope I can remind to you that you're not alone either. And also too, if you didn't comment to enter the giveaways on episode 1 of Live Laugh Lily Kincade season 2, go do that on Spotify and YouTube. But I love y'all. We'll end it with the affirmation that my 2nd grade teacher passed down to me. Ready? Today is a wonderful day. I am confident because I am a problem solver. I always have options because I choose to be optimistic. Today I will learn something new, laugh, and make a difference in someone else's life. I love y'all so much. Thank you for being here. And I just hope you know that how special you are. Like, I'm serious. And I'm not saying that to be cheesy. Like, you're so... I'm giving you a virtual hug. I'm proud of you. I really am. I am proud of you. And I can't wait to meet you one day. And we can cry. And we can take a Polaroid together. And we can talk about how, us a couple years ago, we just started and we didn't give up. And look where we are now. Anyways, I love y'all so much. And I will see you next week.